Well, good afternoon. It's Saturday, and I know we're not usually here, but we go where things happen, right?
Yeah, I do. All right.
And who are you two?
Diana. Anita.
And you are here at the Sprout Children's Business Expo. Because you two are future and present entrepreneurs, right? Do you know what an entrepreneur is?
No.
It's a business person. It's someone who, you have so many ideas for businesses, and you're how old?
11 and a half.
And how old are you?
12 and 3/4.
So, you guys, we're at Eugene Mindworks. This is where my office is. Aloma, who runs the place, and her husband, Shaler, they started this children's Sprout. It's called Sprout Business Expo. And it's to really give our kids a chance to see what business is about and get them familiar with it. So, come this way. Come on. What happened? You're quieting down on me. You were so wild and everything. So, you guys, we got a bunch of kids in here. So here we go, look. Here. Go, come here. So you guys, I want to introduce you to, this is Hazel. Hazel, say hi.
Hello.
So what do you do, Hazel, for business?
With me, I normally make paintings, pictures, and fuse art.
So that's what your business is. You're an artist and you sell your work. How old?
Feel like it.
When you feel like it, you sell your work?
Yeah.
How old are you?
8.
8 years old, and those are your paintings, and that's your dad behind you. So this is Hazel's work right here. And so what I want to do, Dad, I want to ask you a couple questions here.
Sure.
So you are,
Hello,
and your name?
I'm Sean Hammond.
So how does this expo help your daughter?
The opportunity to experience business as a serious thing is enormously empowering for kids. It helps them grow, it helps them get a feel for what the real world outside of school is like. It helps them figure out what they need to do to marshal their talents and what they need to develop in themselves in order to grow big and strong.
Because we don't really teach kids that in school, do we?
No, the days when we would do cultural studies and home economics, and people would really get a sense for who they should be inside and what they should be doing out in the world, has gone the way of the dinosaurs. What we just teach them is the nuts and bolts, not how to put them together.
It's almost like we teach them how to take a test. We don't teach them how to connect the tests together and what they really mean to life.
Very much so.
So this is an opportunity to be real business. It's not put on by the schools. It's put on by Eugene Mindworks, which is all about innovation and businesses and connecting people together. So as a parent, that's got to be empowering too.
It's not only empowering, it's an opportunity for the kids to connect on a different level with each other to help grow their social circles. And at the same time, it teaches them how to reach beyond what they're being taught into what they want to grow into.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, young lady, come here. Oh, come here. Oh, we got so many kids here. So who are you?
My name is Genevieve.
Genevieve. And you go by?
Jenny.
Jenny. So what is your business idea? What is it that you want to do?
I want to sell earrings.
So you make jewelry, right?
Yes.
And then how old are you?
8.
You're 8? And you already are making and selling jewelry?
Yep.
How did you get into that?
I was at this.
You were what?
I was at this sort of sale thing, and they were selling a bunch of beads and stuff they could make earrings out of.
Yeah.
And one of my friends knew how to make them, and she taught me, so I know how.
Wow. So what do you like about coming to this expo? What are you learning for people? So what happens? Like, do business people come in here like other people with other businesses that are like my age or even younger than me, and they tell you about their businesses? Diana, you are in so much trouble for that laugh. Diana's going to get in big trouble for that. So this is fun for you?
Yeah.
What did you learn today? I heard somebody told you about the word no and yes.
Yeah.
Was that pretty interesting?
Sort
Oh,
of.
Leota, see this lady here? Leota, she comes on here all the time. She said, "Hi, Hazel." She's talking to Hazel over there. This is Genevieve. But you got to spell that one. Okay, hold on. We got to go. You're next. Your sister's in trouble. Okay.
Should we get back?
This girl has a problem with her personality. She doesn't have any, do ya? You have no personality, you're just full of life. So tell me, sit up. There you go. Get in there close. They want to see you. They don't care about me. So who are you?
I'm Elise.
And Elise, what do you do for business?
I'm making kitty pillows and phone holders and things like that.
So what's the name of your business? I thought you had a pretty cool name for your business.
My business name is Elise's Phone Holders.
What is it?
Elise's Phone Holders.
Alicia's Phone Holders. I think that's really direct and to the point for branding, don't you think? So you're your brand, right? And how old are you?
8.
So you had other ideas, though. Your brain was just like soaring with ideas for businesses, wasn't it? Anne just said, do you know Anne Ware? She said, hi, Elise. Isn't that fun? Look, you've never done this before, have you?
No.
I love talking to kids. You're awesome. So what did you learn today so far? So business people come in here and have like little short seminars, and they kind of tell you about their businesses, don't they?
Huh?
Is that what you did today? Well, what's going on in here today? I'm not testing you. I'm just asking you.
I'm learning about the
Hold, your sister. I'll go ask her, okay?
What? No.
Diana, come here. So do this for me. Help your sister out here. Come here. So what did you move up there? So what do you do? What did you learn today? How does this work so people out there can understand kind of?
Well, it's sort of like a kids thing where like kids come to show what they like making and what they enjoy making, and they sell it.
And then you learn from other business people how they do their business, so that
Like
kind of
you.
help. Like me? You mean I'm actually teaching you right now?
Sort of.
Anne Ware says, I'm sorry I had to miss this fun and exciting group today. Well, you guys can all come join us because in a couple of weeks, and Alana's going to come and talk to us about that, they're going to have an expo here at Eugene Mindworks, and you're going to be here selling your stuff, right? So what are you going to tell people? This is your marketing chance. Scoot up. I'm going to show you how to market, okay? So you get right there. Now, you have to coax and entertain. You got to get those people to come to buy your stuff. Okay, so go. That isn't the right look. That was fear. You have to. So what do you have to sell?
Well, I'm making hats, knitting them, socks and mittens and Christmas ornaments. And I learned to knit in first grade, and I'm knitting. I enjoy knitting, so that's what I wanted to do.
So you like knitting a lot. So how? So you know what you do? So here's how we market you. Young entrepreneur, using sustainable products, right? Where do you get your yarn?
My teacher, my handwork teacher.
Your handwork teacher. So is it all natural fibers?
Yeah, I think she combs it and then dyes it herself and then spins it.
Diana, this is how you market your product. Homespun, natural products, you find out some stuff like that, and then you tell these folks that who else makes them. These are all locally made, right? By you. And you're the best at what you do. Tell them that.
Yes.
Well, tell them that. Convince them. Look, right there.
Put your passion into it.
Tell them, Diana. Tell them what you do. Why
Why?
should I buy your hat over anybody else's hat?
Jenny.
Jenny, seriously.
Well,
You didn't know we were going to become part of the seminar, did you?
no.
I like you. You're funny. So tell them to come when the expo is. Do you know what day it is?
The first Friday in December.
It's the 10th, right? When is the expo?
December 7th.
December 7th. Come down here. You'll get to see all these kids. And if you need hats or mittens or Christmas ornaments, this is the woman in Eugene to buy from. See now that smile? That is what you need to do. Okay? All right, thanks. Aloma, come here. Let's find out from... Oh, you know what I'm going to do real fast? Hold on. So, can you talk to me? I know I caught you with your mouth full. So you're obviously a parent of a young man here. Young man, come over here by your mom, will you? Over here on this other side.
Come here, Henry.
So what is Henry doing? Why is this important for Henry?
I don't know.
Henry is a young businessman.
Yeah, I am.
So what is his business?
It's a company called H, and they give away phones. Where'd my phone go? Oh yeah, it's on my chair. 1 minute.
So why is this important for Henry?
Well, I think it's building up skills that will serve
Right
him
here.
later in life, creativity and hard work ethic,
And learning about business isn't something we really teach our kids enough.
no.
So this way he's exposed to other people and ideas and God, he's cute. He's a good kid.
you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Aloma, where are you?
Yeah.
Aloma. Okay, hold on. We'll talk really fast to a friend of mine.
my goodness.
Sorry, Jules.
Hello.
So this is Julie with Elrod.
Yes.
So you talked to the kids this morning. You had no
did.
idea what this was.
Well, no, so I reached out to Aloma and I was like, oh, this seems like really fascinating. I'm all about going into, impacting the next generation of future leaders. And so I just wanted to come and share what we were doing through Elrod and give these kids something of substance.
So it's when you look at this, because you've been an entrepreneur for a while now, but we didn't learn this as kids.
No.
You know, we learned math and reading, which is important, but
Right.
these kind of skills, why is this so important for
Oh
you?
my gosh, because these are these are creative geniuses that are looking outside of the box and figuring out what is something that they can do that maybe someone isn't doing and how they can have an impact. And it brings, I think it's also generational that's coming together. Like these are all little entrepreneurs that are coming together and talking about their business ideas
Isn't
instead
that
of
so
like it's
weird?
just amazing. Like I am just in heaven. It was just so sweet being able to talk to these kids and just get them to
Because we do this as adults. I sit in groups of people,
Right,
but I never
right.
did this as a kid. And
I
to watch them
know.
doing this at
I
7
know.
and 8 and
I
stuff,
know.
going,
I know.
I have an idea. I'm doing
I
a phone
know,
thing, and you're going,
right?
God, you want to come work for me?
Exactly. It's not just like, oh, we're just going to talk about like a
Yeah.
basketball game. We're going to actually talk about ideas and how we can, fund our dreams.
All
so,
right, Jules, thanks.
yeah, thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Aloma, come here. I've been trying to catch you. Aloma's busy. So
Yeah.
here, sit.
Okay.
So you came up with this idea here. This is Aloma. She's with
Hey.
Eugene Mindworks.
Yes.
Her and her husband Shaler
Yep.
put this whole thing together. This is where my office is. And by the way, we do have a couple of offices available.
Yes, we
And-
do. Actually, we have 4. We'll have 4 in December, actually.
And then
Yeah.
all kinds of desk space in here as well. But you're not just, this isn't like an office space. You're joining a community of people.
Absolutely.
We do fun stuff. They have
Yeah.
printers available for you, so
Yep.
I don't have to have a printer.
Right.
My Comcast is available for
Yep.
me. I have,
No leases. It's a membership-based space, so you get access to the conference rooms, the community spaces. If you have your own private office, you can do that too, and there's no lease, which is nice.
so this is all
flexible.
about innovation,
Hi, Ann.
business, putting people together. And so you came up with an idea a year ago to do a business expo for kids. Because
Yes.
and I, after 10 minutes, I get it.
Okay,
You know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah.
Because like this is what you
They're
and I
so
sit around and talk
exciting to
about.
listen to. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then you hear 7 and 8-year-olds talking about the same things we're talking about. You're
Yeah.
going, oh my gosh.
I was blown away last year. I had this idea. It was like, I guess a couple springs ago now, but so we did the first one last year. They got to participate in the workshop, which was a collection of people, local business owners and leaders, presenting a short 15 to 30 minute workshop for the kids on a Saturday. That's what we're here doing today.
And it's all kinds of topics from just,
All
you're trying to
kinds.
give them a big
Yep.
picture of what the community, what you can possibly do.
Yeah, and I mean, people will relate to different people and ideas, and there's so many aspects to being a business owner. So, like last year and this year, for example, we're having Linda Burden-Williams come in at the end of the day, and she's going to talk about like speaking and projecting your voice and presenting yourself, which is absolutely important. We have other people sharing about the more business planning aspects of running a business. So just a wide variety, and we're keeping the sessions short, because we have all ages here. We're just getting done with our lunch break, and all in kind of in preparation for the expo.
So tell them about the expo. That's coming up
So
on the 7th.
So the Children's Business Expo is going to be December 7th here at Eugene Mindworks. 4:30 to 8. And we will be an official stop on the First Friday Art Walk tour.
That's pretty darn
at 7
exciting.
o'clock. Yes, which we did that last year, and it worked great. Brought a big group of people in. I think we had about over 50 kids selling their products, and I'd estimate around 300 people came through to support them, which was amazing. I tried to go around and talk to all the kids at the end of the night, and they were just so pumped and so excited to tell me, like, I made $100. It was really cool.
We used to get excited. Yeah, because
Yeah,
and somebody said
it
this
was
earlier,
so
which I
awesome.
thought was really
It
great.
was so cool to
This
see.
is what used to be what we did as making Kool-Aid stands or a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
This is now the lemonade stand of the future. This is
Yeah.
but this is more real stuff, really.
Well, yeah, and I get excited about it because I want the kids to feel empowered, and I want them to feel that they can do more than just the lemonade stand on the side of the road, that they can come into like this professional space and have like a craft sale or craft fair type of event that's just for them. So that's what the Expo is. It's all it's like a big craft fair, but all the vendors are kids. It's really cool to see the diversity of products that they choose to sell. They don't have to be handmade, but most kids do make their own products. We have some kids doing resale, like Legos and clothing and stuff like that too, which is really cool because that's a business too.
So while people are on the art walk in Eugene, you can come in here, do a little shopping, and also
Yes.
just be inspired to know that the next generation, actually the generation after that,
Yeah.
is being trained because you and me, we
Yeah.
know, and a lot of people out there know that small business, we are the backbone of the country.
Yeah.
And this is why things work. And ideas like Julie had the idea for Elrod, and
Yeah.
Loma had the idea for Eugene Mindworks, and you have like 100 businesses.
Yeah.
I can barely
Yeah.
handle one, but you come in and this gives you a place to talk with, which is really what you do here with Eugene Mindworks is all different kinds of people, so you learn different things about the world and the place that we live.
Yeah.
And now you're doing that for children as well, which
Yeah.
is super awesome.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing to see. So I would encourage everyone to come down. If your kids haven't got registered, we do have some spots still available for the Expo if they want to have a table. If not, come down. It's really inspiring for other kids to see what other kids are doing, and maybe they'll be inspired for next year. Also, I haven't really announced this yet, but I'm putting together a Sprout camp, children's business camp, for this summer, so watch for that too.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, so I'm going to show you there's a session going on right now, right?
We're just
Started?
about to get started.
I'm going to show you a little bit of the session that's getting going, and then I thought of this. I woke up in the middle of the night. I thought I was going to take you on a tour around the building real fast, and
Yeah,
just kind of
cool.
show you what's available while they're doing their work.
Great,
Okay. Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having us in on a Saturday. So here, you guys, I'm going to show you here's what's going on. So these are the next generation of business people in Eugene, Springfield, coming up with creative, interesting ideas. And look, this is like a seminar that adults would go to, but it's for kids to learn how to take those little creative ideas in their head and do something amazing with them. That's an education I never got. So these are local business people coming in and telling just 15 minutes of what they do, so these kids can be inspired to do something. Pretty amazing. All right, now I'm gonna take you on a tour. So this is Eugene Mindworks, right here. So what we have is, that's a conference room you can use if you're a member here. And these are all desks where people come in, get a membership, and then they can use these desks. And then around the outside, there are offices. And coming up in December, there'll be 4 available. But this is the space, and this is where my office is. And I love being here. It's just awesome. Little spaces in here, and then there's down here is the lunchroom, conference rooms. Sorry, we got you. You're fine. So here's a lunchroom in here where people can use, and this is the other conference room, and then I'm going to take you. So what they did is just recently, they had this space for a while, and then what happened is they decided they needed to grow. So they came in here and broke through this wall right here, and this is the new section, and I'll see if I can keep the signal going. And this is the library area. And then there's a series of offices in here as well. This building's 100 years old. And you come down in here, and this is me in here. So that's where I work. So that's kind of the tour. So again, this, I'm gonna go on here. We're back. Sorry, I had to switch the Wi-Fi over in my end. So again, Eugene Mindworks puts this on. Aloma and Shaler, amazing people, really into business and what people are doing with their business. And so now they're training young kids to do the same, which you got to think is pretty fantastic. So if you have a child, the next time you can come visit then is the 7th of December. When the Friday artwork happens, there's going to be an expo up here, and all these children will have their wares, paintings and phone helpers and all kinds of stuff will be available here that you can purchase from them to make it so they really are business people. You can find out more about Eugene Mindworks when you're here. If you are looking for an office space, I highly recommend it. I love being here. Lots of different people around, and there'll be 4 offices coming up in December for rent, and they go fast. I'm just warning you. And then you can always rent a desk space, because there's always desks available. But I think they have 80 total people already involved in this. So yeah, Leota, you're right. There's a lot of energy here. It's entrepreneurs. It's people doing jobs that are all over the world. This isn't just Eugene Central. This is just where they happen to live. Some of their wives work at the universities, or their husbands work at the university, and then they're in here doing their job. They just don't want to be sitting at home. They want to be around other people. So thanks for joining us on a Saturday. Let me tell you what's coming up tomorrow. Yep, I'm working all weekend. Tomorrow, but fun stuff. This isn't really work. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's Veterans Day. We're going to join a young barber who every other Sunday for 3 hours goes to the Eugene Mission and cuts the hair for veterans. And so tomorrow we have some veterans lined up who are going to get their hair cut, going to talk to us about the side of Veterans Day that we need to talk about, the homeless veterans. And we'll talk with this young man. That's sponsored by Ron Steary over at Kiefer Mazda in the service department, because he's also a veteran. And then at 11 o'clock, Aaron Swan with Easy Credit Consulting and Abundant Life Babes, both companies, they help people get their finances together. She wants to sponsor the Veterans Memorial Ceremony at 11 o'clock. So we're going to go a little bit early, about 1:45, talk to some veterans, and then get a little bit of the event and the ceremony. There's stuff going on all day tomorrow. So that's what's happening tomorrow. And then I'll be back on Monday. We have a new client, a new technique, an electromagnetic technique for depression. This is the first of its kind. It's approved by the FDA, the first of its kind, and it's here in Eugene now. It only qualifies for people with severe depression, but we're going to tell you all about that. But they're having some amazing results for people who've never been happy in years, and they're starting to actually feel happy. So don't you love what we get to do? I love my job. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Have a good Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Share this on your page, would you, so other people can know what's going on.